Okay, you're really gonna think I'm losing my mind when I discuss with you my recent visit. This visit actually started, well, no, how do I word that? This being, I think, may be the same being who visited me in the very beginning before I seen the extraterrestrials in full form. If you watched my previous videos, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, I'll tell you. So when I first started getting my visits, they came in different forms. I have a fear of spiders. So they would present themselves as spiders to me. And when I asked them if they could change that because of my fear, they did. I asked if they could change into something like a butterfly, and they did. But they would still go back to spider, and then they would alternate. Among that were other beings, entities. I'm not sure what to call them. I know that they're entities because they're living, and beings are too, I guess. All these would be on my ceiling. They were desensitizing me, let me just say that too. Because when they did appear in full form, they didn't want me to freak out. So they would, and this is going to sound so silly, I swear, but I'm not lying. They would take form of like little puffy clouds stuck to my ceiling. And then when I woke up and seen them, or just opened my eyes and seen them, they would detach from the ceiling and scurry off. And they look like little clouds scooting across the ceiling. They looked like spiders. The ones that looked like spiders were like sucked to the ceiling. And then when I seen them, they would like retract. They would unsuction or whatever. They would just, instead of being flat, they would come up on their legs and then just take off. Then there were some that I called the fuzzy caterpillars. Before they moved, they looked like a little puffy cloud, and they're no bigger than that. But when they started moving, it looked like maybe this long, and it looked like long hair just coming off of them and would hang. And if they were like on the floor, it would drag the floor behind them. That's how long the hair or fur is. Okay, well, my recent visit included one of those, the long-haired ones. I woke up, and I don't remember if it was on the ceiling when I seen it, but I seen it coming down on the wall. And then it cut across my closet door, and then down to my on the wall by my nightstand, and then on my before it got to my nightstand, I held my hand out across my nightstand, and for the first time, that one went into my hand. And again, I was so tired. I cannot remember if my TV was on or not, but I remembered I looked at it, and I just kind of went like this, and it was in my hand. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to lay my hand beside me, and I'm going to go back to sleep. And that's all I remember. And I'm sure it got off safely, because they can elevate, they could float off, whatever. And then while I kind of been teetering from the past to the present, I don't know if I even talked about this. Around the time I was getting desensitized, and in the very beginning, and seeing all these little entities and things like that, I didn't put two and two together until today. I was at work. I don't know if you would call it a download, or I don't know what you would call it, but for about a month, sorry, I cut my bangs and it keeps getting in my eyes, and I'm like, it was like energy. I would feel like energy coming from my temple. Now, I don't know if it was coming from my head down, but I started feeling it at my temple. And it would go down and around and come to right here where my ear starts, and would go down to the floppy thing in your ear, not the floppy thing, the big part right there. And it would go behind it and in my ear. And I could feel it go down, not real deep, but a little bit deep. In the very beginning, I'm like, thinking it was bugs. I'm like, what in the world? And I noticed when I did that, it would stop and then flow again. And I kept trying to, is that hair? You know, what is that? And it wasn't. And it was moving. I could put my finger, as time progressed, the days went on, I would do this and it would stop because I blocked it. You would think it would work its way around, but as soon as I move my finger, it would start again. I would say download. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I do get downloads, and I made a video of it where it goes into the top of my head and it works images in my third eye. I can close my eyes and see them. I can open my eyes and see them. And they're always the same color, mostly red. It's like red on over black, some tans, some symbols. The last one was a pyramid and other symbols and numbers, all that jazz. I also want to say that I feel like, I need to add this real quick before I go on. My blood pressure has went down and has stayed down for 2 or 3 days now, and nothing else. I don't know what happened. For 3 weeks, it was sky high, and now all of a sudden, it's non-existent. I will say, the last week of the 3 weeks, I slept good, and I never sleep good. Let me back up. I do sleep good randomly, rarely, but I wake up all night long. It's very rare that I sleep all through the night for 2 reasons. I'm a chronic insomniac, and I wake up in pain all night because of my back. The last week of the 3 weeks, which includes this week and a little bit of last, I slept from the time my pills kicked in until I woke up in the morning. And that's rare to sleep that long for that length of time. For a week. You know where I'm going. I feel that they have been working on me. And in order for them to work on me concerning my blood pressure, maybe that's why they're working on me, that they had to keep me asleep. Which, they're working on my system apparently. Every time I get on here and make a video, I hear noises. So, back on track. That's the only thing I could think of. The reason why I sleep as good as I am here lately, because they're working on my body. Something is happening, because being so high for 3 weeks and then now it's not. I've been told online that it could be because of all the energies coming in. It could have been. I'm not saying totally no. It could have been. But I will say, I keep an eye on the Schumann resonance, and I think one of my last videos I had put in that when I seen the big yellow glob that you see in the graph, that's when the energies would pull me down. It would just really pull me down. But today they were here, the yellow blob of graph, or whatever you want to call it. The energies were high, and I'm handling it. Today was an awesome day, except my sugar dropped. I'm a hypoglycemic, so it dropped pretty much today. And that was weird, because I was going through the break room at work, and then all of a sudden it felt like I got tremendous energy, and I was like, whoa. And it was just like a wave going over me, and I'm like, whoa, what was that? When I got back to my chair at my desk, then my sugar dropped. It like plummeted, and I'm like, whoa. Then I started shaking, and it was crazy. But yeah, I handled the energy that spiked. I guess that's what it means, it spiked. I don't know all about that. I just know how I react about that. And I seen that today had the big yellow glob. I don't know what to call it. If you know what to call it, comment below. I want to say I had another visit, but I don't know. I might just save it to the next video. I use my phone to do these videos on, and when I want to look at my notes, because I put all my visits in my phone so I won't forget, and then I could do a video on it. But when I do that, I forget to look at it before I get on my phone. I need to start writing things down. I say that all the time. This is going to be not too short of a video, but I'm going to end this here. I just wanted to talk about that. Yeah, if I get my notes and see something that I need to talk about, I'll just make another video. So I love you guys, and I hope you like and subscribe. I really hope that you're liking my videos. If you subscribe and you haven't already, please consider doing so. You can unsubscribe anytime you like if you come to not like my videos. I still see that there's a lot of you that watch my videos. There's over like 200 of you that watch my videos that are not subscribed. Each video too. If you want to, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'm sending you all love, light, and peace. Bye.